Huh? Oh, so, are you I तो कुछ इफी बारो खाई बजे पे इनके वीडियो का पोर खने klimat ngidon ye wi guess pat bale si bon range of people itu ni le pempat itu ru inside ke introduction ni tining aplyang sbai pish kani ke show kani ke deka Ha Shillong talk of the town ka bangi yo ban ra ya ki guess ki brio na ki babon ki liang lesi na ki background baper na ki long ye long sem ka kam ka jam ki babon ki benta Badani klimat ngi ya don ya ini iwe I perlok di jongi ni ngap ong I para namar ba ka lenti ke jongi kala I'm kala pen ketik bahaya ngana ru ki por bang I ni kong I po social media ka ba ya jia lenti ke jongi karkom peni kalong vek bahal dang la ban chuong ngam de tip lut na dong sedong ndai handai video I batang si kanu ngatrai tang komba hapo si minute la dang la banong tinre ngalala ban suthu pat dia ka jingya lenti ngalala ban suthu pat dia ka ya kai ka ba pi tumu ban peni te si kibrio gitu ka message ka ba pi dan jung kibrio but tang na kata kala pen klik nga oh okay ngala suthu and ngai pi long komita iwe ni ta ki nong ele as a fighter te bat mari pe giri long la suthu te la ban connect te long long ngum tu kita jat long tu te bat ngaso komen ban dan hang ni hapo studio Yasmine Lyngdoh bat ya kani ka jinga lenti ke jong I bangala yo ban I nga da sngo buram shikat de ba I pen paus ka perthai pen I shiki perlok ba kani ka di lenti ke banga yan bat ngadan hang ni ban I men sim nam ta jong pi kalau simple bah message jong vi ban long ngala mati ban connect ti so bingin jam sakmat hakani ka episode menta ting swa ban ong kum ni hot ngi don hang ni bangin yo ban ya kren ban ya ai jingmut ban ya ai mensim ro ju ko por om tang bi Yasmine and I mensim ya tinre banai mensim yi babun na jong pi ba pet ni video ti ngakwa banong kani kalong ba ngin ya ai lat kani ka show kadi ka bengi ai lat ki guess na ki babun kiliang bikin express hakanu karukam ka ba kwa ban express long free long keluit ujule ran ti balar pidon kanu comment pidon kanu ka jing kwa banai mensim ya I pilaban comment hapo te bat khamtam le ni ke ya lenti ke jong I bat kabalong phala pha tinga ngakwa bin de share hi nakaliang jong I bat dakaba ngong kumta ngakwa bingin ya ai kani ka ke jang ai mensim lesin nam ta Yasmine bat khamtam ka yeng ka sam ke jong I ka ba julong biggest supporter yipi para jong pi khamtam ti yes to kong Yasmine ladang haban keli khendiat sepang jong pi na bata jong ki babun hani ki ba pe pi bam lesi ki bam pat yo I ke jalan ti ki jong pi walai la long very popular social media jong I of course ki ba follow if ti kini tu ya maybe ti Henry I hakani ki jalan ti ki jong I kalong ka pher bha karukam don jong I po social media ru ka pher bha kamne de ko bangi don bangi taman chipen ya rakhe hi ha ni chatai tenre ka jingdon jong I hapo social media kalong ban I mensim ti de iwen ki cancer survivor iba ju I mensim na kapor but ngakwa pi pen ye thu nakaliang jong pi ya reality jong pi a little bit about yourself.
Okay, shwabangan stang ngakwa ong ba please don't mind mangam danang kran kasih bhara so nai judge rayanga
Lele
so kumajit ong this is very kalish content so
Mle Ha Shillong biang mai
so nga kerta Yasmine as you already introduced yang te nga yo cancer por bangas tang de khat waisnam so that's that first time mga yo cancer to kapor and then kabyang load everything la jam kishong balakyo and everything am dala good to sansnem nadu mga yo cancer aim to hadin pad ngala de pule ngala pase kalong ade lo graduate.
So law.
Hot.
Oh,
So-
taraf pang black and white na.
That kalau orang coincidence. Tahu ba? Hot ade lo graduate and perba ada pule tu ngalik pule Syabar, ngalik pule Marway, ngalik everything independently. So also throughout my life ngayat bidu crutch the Lyngdoh there ni Lyngdoh I don't know
Dingdo
ngayat tu te ben navigate ke tu ke life belong disability and all ke bampor hayang ben accept yala de kum kibre Shillong insecure about a lot of things and yang ale ki sharp ben sharp keren sharp cut ki names many things they since ngadang navigate hi ke tu tu kapor hi ngalayo job hang ni High Court of Meghalaya nga tre yang tu and all dang ya everything was going well and then at the age of 28 2022 nga siya diagnosed biang te ngayo cancer biang so shisien ngayo breast cancer and then perbadang ya let screening na kada breast cancer ki ko let scans and stuff tik saya lapbat ngadon cancer so hak po and then hang ni hajo and then kumtui kalong very shocking more than bangan sosi kalong mo shocking because nga klem poi perkat bakan salong biang and ngan sa hap go through all of that again te kat bangale gitu hapor dangret ngadang mut lakut labiang mentang ngalaban normally so that normal ru kam dalong normal hare like kum kiwe it was like a new normal yang are te ngala accept yala di hadu kata banglating mentang saja so you benga and can done so many more changes te nga klem ko ashu ban that treatment ni ngala la give up at that time nga klem ko ale issue ra te hadin pat di ba sya penbon na yang and then mami ru ila ong ba please let just nakada jong iru lit chulit tang ban treatment she said the film so biang re sawan painong inum ya penbor re kila ong hadu katam tu te din ong to if it is for them why not te ngalit la kalit ken and then that's a problem ba ban perkat nakada ki treatment fin hablet Syabar so klem kwa re bangan ki perlok la jong ne family la jong tu lit satu lit treatment marway kataru kadi ka way ka problem klem kwa re ban let but then klem dan option re because Shillong nation ni jaka jong yu da dunamo ki options treatment kom tu tenga lit Syabar and then after last tang treatment ngalong upset initially ngalong depressed ngalalit into a state bangam jukran beriusur ngashu shong bain ngashu lit hospital nga one pai just kumtui kayat because kisngi kumtu hadien pad suddenly doctor jonga nang tei ong baklet no le no chemo shayeng and then sal one biang nakada surgery pat te nga ong si nakadaw
Mlele. So I express taka English mlele. Ki viewers jongi ki dei ki bas kung thu mlele. Ma kani ngan cuba tai khniat. This platform kani ke platform ni ke dei ba ki guest ki jongi kila ban express freely. Ti di kwa ban express khasi ulang ke English ulang mlele julele.
Tata. So nabenta. So te iong doctor nga flabelit no shayeng and then chemo te perbang lawan shayeng ayo biang mandon bat ki parlok la jong family la jong with everybody te ngamtip kadon kawi ka shift te ha mental health la jong asang realize bang along ngadon bok bangadon so much firstly ngala vanilla treatment Syabar ngalong fortunate barok kimia long kata fortunate second part day bangadon family and friends and support jongki baki support yang haduk kata ba ngandale kanu fitip dari pang ngilong ngilong root ngi ngimju kran bhara ngi spinning dom iki but then kimju ongi era ki ngap yang ate there's a lot of things belong te ngawan shayeng ngasngong comment so that is when nga tap that video can Thank you. So that is when nga tap that video. Ba nga shkwa tang bagi followers yung nga to at that point kidi tang around 1,000 just friends and family kum to. So nga shkwa tang eki bakin tip ba nga layo cancer. What num kali questions show yang nga balingam dan shnyo aim to what you one kali questions because nga thaj banju ba e barok. So nga shubo this one video just there like that. And then kalapoy siya and then layo million views and nga shu kendit. It was very overwhelming in that point. Ngala shu ya maro shisngi because kamut ngang khamla ban at that point bangan sayo support hadu kata ta na kibreo. So I don't like to call them my followers. Tengam ju khot followers ki ngash khot with my well wishers because they really care for me ki duai na menta jonga. And then ngala comment ha kanya after seeing that tenga ya menon ngalong like ningkong ngadang long embarrassed ba ngayo cancer biang kibreo kin perkhat iu na kadaw jonga nom ta. I don't know. Ngala bakla ngala perkhat you tharai and all that ngalong embarrassed ha. Tamba since nga yot that response and nga kat no kibreo ki bhama like ki kwat tamba ngan jam non everything ki I the good wishes ki pa messages and ngala at some time ngala shong sa nga shupit sa ka phone jonga ka blew up back to back she one messages notifications ngala klumar clear at that point na shu Q number of followers just suddenly. So me being out there come data you come day something banga plan banga ko along this person ban influence ne content creator no it was really accidental te ka shulong la kalong so tamba ngalong yung appreciate hai baro khot ken ba ki support yang adu kat ni. And then if nga poi shadu shane mantan ngalong kum ni it's also because of them because keeping that support yang hadu kata banga klam kwa give up shoot rangong datang na kadaw family la jong na ki perlok la jong it's also them who's counting on me te tenga klam kwa shuban give up na kadaw jong ki ruk tenga tai so
and that is Yasmine Lyngdoh. Yes. Yasmine, hakatu ahiti po riba pidang lesi apa bedang lesi ma diagnose ningkong mo pidang kena pa. Long hakanu ko dur long pilong pi pedang ya kata ti long ba pi kumnu ki pensung thu ye pi and how did you mansyong no did you lived with it ken ba pi ba pi pedang ba okay kadi ka jing shitom ka ba nga dan kam sumar kumta long pidang kena and kidang bun ba you have so many questions and you're curious about so many things and haiti porlative da sucho how kanu dur pi deal ba kita ki broken
so par banga sha diagnosed at that time par rang advice nam so at first kim kwa ong yang menurut na yang to te ki shu kwa bure te ki akran para maki te ngash kadojo ki long sat ki shu yam bro shisngi no and ngalong curious na do barat hi and ngalong ngam long dam ra nga so to is something was wrong te ngape iki ngong ngatip kus ja something very bad ong no mo nga so that is a problem pat mo hagani ngash kwa at ken ba ki mentash ngash ibon ha mentaru ki ne ki family members kim chukwa ban ong patient befidon cancer day madday age kanu ru nganang rit to kapon maybe because of my age klam kwa ong re but then ki tieng ban ong ki mut ngim la ban shim ne nginum la ban handle ne nginum so tho ne you know but then I think ni should your credit lesser than ngi de ban yo te if the fi ong yangi maybe kan long shocking at the beginning but at the end of the day ngi la te ban navigate ne ban figure out ban process ya katukan news so they ban burit te na ki family members you know they ban I mean naki patients can they ban ong ba yaki because then kin tip kadang jayu bat ki klam ong yaki phishule kat bakwale ki shu eyes shuli le chemo surgery no ki shu shong kin cha question am ngale yu manga hadu kata ba ngarang sha le you know sha torture hadu kan ni ma so give them answers they deserve it so parbanga nga push ki ya mommy aim tungong ong te ong bet jayu and then finally ki ong banga don cancer and then at that point ngam jutip mo cancer de you tenga kali de you cancer jayu kumta kumne te to panga don less knowledge but then at least ki ong hayeng ma ki ong na yang te ngala sutho ba okay te actually later suki at first kim ya ong later pat kila shusya klumar hadin ki ong yang ba okay doctors kila ong ba I had less than 10 months to live. Okay, at that time sukila I like approximate time yang because cancer jonga kalong high grade and very aggressive, and at that time osteosarcoma bangadon to keeper it was not easily treatable ma te ki la I poreng like 10 months or less te later mami la ong yang akataktin mo ilong ba tip ki ong like fidon ni and ngapat enjoy nga ong
I can imagine.
because at that time ngayon snowy doctor mo ang mami pa kat ba pan I bet to you know ni nga ngayon snow katakam sa kamesyon sorry
And it's like the best wish in the world. And then.
Ngapan kityal ki games ki books ki story books ki coloring book hadu banda biang nga exploit de ki hadu banda biang atan te enjoy nga tu kapal sama pa hadu banda la life host nam ngadang imsa
I think about kay ko pipan ka the best time na baro
even though nga ong exploit ki ngam dalong hadu kata ba ni ai ki tiar baram ngalong very under budget
Perkadi
nga ong ay nga kita ana velur pem juda yo tiar thani ma te dan ki coloring book sini anan ngalong excited ha te ngalong nga shit bas haban craft ben draw ben ito te nga subang hang at that point nga klemper cut sure te bang apang because you know that's the beauty of being a childhood cancer survivor compared to an adulthood te because ngaladon in both sides I feel that time I was happier ta ngadang comment because ngam perkhat reba that was the consequence te ngam chutip reba nga kai kata ka jing ya what is that I don't care ma ngash perkhat tang ong ayo tiar ayo tiar ngan enjoy to and then even ki doctors ru kilong bas hashtag kilong so caring ngash kan kran kai ba baro khai so there was a lot of a difference benang tu ba mantaken so that time nga I think I took it very well that time that news name today so suki mami ru ilasang long stronger no so I think because iyo nga tu kapor ngalong kumno manta I shit ong load everything juga ngahi ngashlit rung hi ki doktor ngashkli so ilong open ha manta since then kan te ni tambah syara nga perkat ngalong kumabit ni tu kapor ngalong ngan bam kat bamon ngayo lemon ha that time te that's why menta tharai ngayo lemon coba palat
to maingu iblay lalu lai masumar pi pilong
tambah since ki ong hang tu 10 months so it was very difficult mommy especially mommy biling nga ong si ong mommy because I paru done but then I papapat ilawan no Shillong and I one pet no para and also arrange pizza and all like that no all of that side to done so mostly the person ba I bakay yang stay badon lang ba di mami te major decisions medical decisions ishima and ngashkwa ong ba menga day ra ibana bala pule banang stand all like that but then I start like street smart ilong ishit shim decisions imju second guess yala dilan lanurut ta ilong ta te maihi ba siyem decision mostly hapo medical side of my life or anything actually te kum hadin pat lada black chemo kum to te ki ong bang di ben amputate ka kejat men amputate you dikasih
ban ot simno ni ot semua ban simno pasai kau dah
te ben amputate ka kejat so Hadian pan mami kili one simple question ya doctor te ong since fi ong but she has less than 10 months ma te amputating will make her that 10 months miserable ma. Te ong bangam ko amputate haba hap you he hap yap no kloi he te mat im ha kan ma. Like that was like can you imagine how strong a mother has to be to say something like that. Te ong ta te doctor rui perkat tu pang te din ong fidon any other option ti ong fila ban replace entire bone have the artificial bone katuru kadon ko option tang ba ka chances ba ka cancer kan wan pai kadang high in that te mami ong em nga kwale kata te hadin pat ila shusha jeopardize hayeng na everybody la sang question ni mami ba believe in shim decision kum tu habaki ong ba dafi amputate ka khamba kum tu believe him shim me ka tu ka advice tu mami ong khun jonga ngan tip banga te like that is another thing bangi de ban per khat ba fiju hayeng de dadon ba pang specially ni khasi half khasi also so Yulong kumne ba dadon ba pang hiyeng ong niya book meeting shwa niya kali shwa ki ba panjing mut ki ba he kini kita all of that but because of that hayeng la jong hi I've lost people cousins ki barang rit nanga so ngadon cancer history family na do man shwa hima te imami jong apat imlong tu im ko asngap tin jong nuru yong khon nga ngatip manga ngan le kat bangas ngo like so young for me no so ishim that decision ani ida tiang because yon dakal long something and dakal long if anything goes wrong then sha kan not ma but then yong im ke na kadaw jing sha kan not to ba ke na kadaw ka life jong akin mo kasa impact kum no tengi le la kale that surgery and then like thank God ka latreta after that ngayo post chemo after that ngayo biang Ha Shillong and all and ngadang recover manta ka one worst thing bangale hang to is that ki doctors ki pat advice ra nga banum ya chodo crutch do Lyngdoh no so ki pat advice ra nga kumta tamba because of the insecurity because nga shit le ran ba ki bre ki pet yang kipet as if ngalong kum mga de alien na someone tu ngashusha you ngashusha step at every time ngalathat and then I was just perkat kapor ngalakhat arsnem te ngadang ngamdan snyo re ngaso kum nga different palat like even after surgery te kala deform ka kajat kandet so there were many things so for me banyat the crutch was a bit te bangam kwara ban le so sorry te ngale no nga stang yat krem crutch without even consulting ngayat no ngayat hino and then she seen kalat kashing na kajan hot kashulat bit and then the pain nun ong kum nu ngam like explain re like ngam la te ben ong bakat nu kajing pang and then ben bangan fix ya katuru ngamla shu te kialam yang akan mau Nazareth and then ki try ben turn yang that side ben shim x-ray ngalen nyar te because obviously ki pen mutia tu kechat bala mi hi tu and then te ben yalam yang shavelor again at that time kamlong komentade pa fi book ticket fila poi bet kup tu it was a big journey kum tu ba fi hap perkhat chwa kum ta kum ni perkhat I para that time jonga dang day lies nam te bush kupta kup so many things dang don himmen ru dang idang pule tu kapo te ru in but no so all of that decision hadu ban shim to decision it took about 2 weeks kum to for those 2 weeks nga kham thia nga kham la dem nga shushong so it was my fault but then I was 12 years old mo fin la ban nganum la ban kan not than ri ladi but it's again in this also do kapang do nga biang le surgery so arsian ban fix ya kato even after all that day I feel that was a lesson not just for me ki bri was ngap ro nga manta is like the more fi care na kadaw ki ong you ki bri katu fi penjenjare la dia that's what I learned how to kapor kan like manta nga da perkhat kanya kata kat ba fi perkhat ba itan perkhat kumno itu kinpet yang ngan so kumno kinong kumno katu kapan jenjar susu ye phi suk yang hali tela pan jenjar sa palat hi ken ma te nga realize that and nadu tu kapor bangawan pai but after my third surgery ngawan pai shane nga salong ngam jule ran sure man tate wow fin keren fin pet yang nganti du keren no I seriously don't care anymore because ngam kwa go through all that again. Even now I think that baki ong ki doctor yat noru kila ong hi tarai la long so many years mentar almost 20 years nga use crutch at this point kila ong tarai nga yat hi non all the bangam kwa nga ting pala that incident was too traumatizing to kapor aklam la shoot ban yat klam crutch te after that nga la school kum to hi so but then you know nga pajuyo ban ong kani ka katian nga pajuyo ban thang ka school la jong so nga khamlet in any big school any known school and all ngalit in a very small school like a government school like in Bengali secondary school ka jan na yeng jongi okay so because ngalit ning kong for the distance because ka jan ngam nang kamyat than and all no ngalit sto but you know that the thing kadai ba kumba ka ai ka to ka school yang I think menta bang laban keren ngalong confident kadai na kadaw that school na banta because of nagadaw correct
nagadaw sa to ka school
nagadaw so kat ba ki don confidence hanga I don't know for some reason ki bang ngalong lack confidence ngalong timid ngalong leran briu ngam jukwa keren inu nga susyong ba how kawai jaka ngam jupet inu ngashis ngap ben ngashpuli nga exam ngalin no okay te tamba ki push bet yang ki pa bi ki competitions kini kita to enroll yang and everything kitiar bangam la ru ki pharwa yang ngam nang ruai kilong kile ba kat ba kila tang ben nyarap yang ben encourage yang but at the same time kim come treat differently yang kim long ra kum ba kim I punishment yang just because ngapang nen all nga sha yang bench kum ki we nga sha le kum ba ki sha le ki we bad crush yang mana bench so ki claim treat yang differently and then kishu encourage yang kumbaki encourage ki students so ngan shim this platform bangan thang ki because claim maki I don't think so ngan dup la belong ko mga long menta kan so after that school nga 11 12 and everything and then nga salit cha Kolkata
kung 11 12 pinab nang tahi
nga let na Anthony's so after that nga 11 12 and then ngam pa ban ong ra tang baki teachers nang to school changa hikitang bas
on
kitang bas shibun because when the bigger the school take attention span yung ki teacher ka duna no because ki students ki he ka to
and people spend pila boons na martat hangga po school na
exactly ho and then ngastang campaign no the education level baki ai ka to school ba he and but so the difference I could see that I feel like I'll also take this but ki school ba rit kum to government schools ki di ban yo more youth attention and ki di ban yo more credit bikum ji yora ki preshi school ba rit tam to but then nga dan hang to nga step ba kalong mnuta te hoi to nga dap you advertise school aja
to tapos school ka
samay pisa nga Ha Shillong ngalong honest te din yung katupan ngalit Calcutta ngalit le loste manda hakaturu hayeng ki ong hai email
marin 12 la le
na ha so hagturu ato kaporu ki ong hai mami jonga ba bali fi pa ikon kum to ba pang pha marwe na phim don man se na pilong so mean to like how can you even send them ye marwe kum tamta mami na dep
bisa maybe
ani video in kodi ini podcast lah yang pensa syuruk ki
sa khot no isin mo ikran lang on fi
hot te ilong bet dep kon ngang kan momon ngam so hot te katuhi dialogue jo I hadu mentaru kon nga ka momon so imju I anu ban kran ne ban judge ne ban I their suggestion because it tip but ikram le anything wrong idang yarap yang bangan long independent kasi shit perkhat im syai ong dangam don chu mga pat man ban pet ba if fin hap depend haki para haki men I don't want that for you aku fin long independent fin le hi ki kam jam la jong barok khat what depend hanu ru ishit ong im tayang ate alik polish day and then perbangan don have 40 year jong lo ngastang pang kani ka yu ka sengkai tu te ngari ngashit mut be bakade na kadaw chat te ngali doctor kum tu te ki ong but maybe it's because of your leg na kadaw surgery kita therapy pang because kim lap e room te ngawan no Ha Shillong kastang covid at that time te nga shong hayeng nga learn crochet at that point nang ban le crochet to ka to whole time nga shim nga learn something new nga long curious as a person nga pas haban learn new things and stuff nga shim that por and I think that was my blessing in disguise because nga klamtip nga sayo pang biang just after that and then even por pang I could really earn and still be earning for myself through that crochet so you know everything kalong for a reason I know kalong cliche hamo da ong gibre pa everything happens for a reason shit ong ta tingkong ning ngash perkat ni ngayo kansa do kan what is the reason mo tamba when I sit and think about it nang shong na perkat ba there were many reasons ta a lot of things happened for a reason there after that learn crochet to lakut corona ngalayo ngayo my first job hapo proper job ken high court of meghalaya so ngayo try with key judges ngayo balong legal research assistant jungki ken so nice. It was a very nice job, comfortable, but it was contractual kato kapo. I was enjoying the work and all ngang learn a lot of things and everything. And hang to pabangang try after 6 months nga sa scodon lump on my breast kento. Te nga ngarang avoid ban doctor because nga kwa ban delay katukat bangala because nga ating ang yo kade biang cancer te taba somewhere along kam day ra tharai mo that but then at the same time pat ngam kwara bani doctor because I think so hi hala di ruba ka day tharai the ski nga delay after some time pat ngalit la kalit ken and then kilet test to salap badik breast cancer so kalong very shocking mga ong mena te kalong shocking ha ani nga shock nga shulong ngam tip syo nga lem no ngam tip nga yam ngam tip syo nga lem no hospital nga syo nga yam and all everything there and then kalong kum kawan one bad news and then go on bad news after bad news after bad news and iya nga ibere na kan ni yo news ado kata namdan jaka syo ban bo magas namdan capacity syo ban shim remote kayo siya breast cancer din nga tips so ang kakpo nga tips so jo nga tips so ani kibon ha te even recently nga yo kalong metastasize her liver so even her liver te kat am nga shit lose count no te kanot tili syong to syong parkat habo accountant man tang ban ni account cancer kanot tili Kalau cancer na pula ka jong accountant na lesh na cash flow na cancer flow ki one ki let ki credit ki debit ate hade na do flat hat nya
ani manang deal with all that ani
te was very sad kalong mentally te ka long affect palat hi even mentaping adang songkren kabit fi but then recently hayeng ngalong emotional wreck te like ashuya plumar ngasngo kum even after I've done so much think kadam kashngo kum it's not enough te ngalat menta at this point think ngashilong ngamla sure ngashong ni ngamta te ngam kwa shu nga kwa rest ngalat te like ars nem continuously ngashusha treat by Dawai nga I had even after kanis ka cancer ba second time ngadon surgery hado lightly surgery in one day that took away kari major surgery. Tangka surgery jonga kabampor kum khatar kenta. Like naduk men step 7 haduk damien tu te ngalat balat am ngalong like even shwa surgery ki ong ki doctor yang ngapet mo ka surgery ka janjar because since ka tumor ka don hadin ki veins ki arteries hab khablut barok hoy kin hab reconstruct lut barok hoy ngana shong pani ga dur to jo surgery am la yam gi pri barok hoy it was so bad de ngala that tang da par khadruba ani fitem ngash khadi la de ngash khad DIY project jo ki doctor Kila shu on la shu khap la shu ta kan baman. So humor am kaya rap hang ban deal with cancer ban cope up am. Ani nga ai ki joke mo nga te bam long mo. Kilong so bad sometimes ba.
Ting berkira sunod siya.
Dari hirap so ani nga pop mo sa joke. Aduh batu kasihan tu idan ni parok te I samtia hang pendek hang ai ki memang dang samtia hang dang pitep ngadi ngas dang ngas ngo emang ajan yam te I know ngada ngo sorry very explicit te dang ong ba ngas ngo bajan yap jangan bu I memorial party mo la ya la de te so that parok ki kwa ong something good na kada jonga ong hajan jonga mo beli fin ong hadin na ayam mo te itu jang samtia ta sa subangan ong ngarang hot ken subangan ni kila that yang at this point kim la sure ban nga de ki shit ya ki ong lang ban nga at this point am ni shit kan kai about everything na do na cancer hadu that so you know it is that easy ta dapat cut you know if you take things lightly with the lightheartedly anything tang ba yo cancer ne but just because ngaron cancer does not mean baka jinja jonga ka kham bona kiway ne ka kham shong kya jonga ne jong kiway ka long nothing in front of me it's not like that I believe but to each their own hote but it is also easy buffin ban perkhat positive all the time they obviously not possible but then ban kan kai laugh about it make like you know make silly jokes about it and then move on with your life because perkhat no kum ne ba fin shong fin yam fin waste that por ne fin use that por yam lang rakhen enjoy nan panyat na to por you know so nga perkhat that way obviously nga shit yam obviously nga so see obviously nga shit ngoten khat ba balay just me every single time balay they khat Ha Shillong ba nga le you hadu kata ba nga deserve hadu kat neta but then again kumbanga ong nga perkhat nga shit try ban what with that reason in everything every bad situation nga try ban what that reason so maybe the reason is that banga ngala kumbanta banga la ban krani ki brio ngala spread awareness maybe that is my purpose that is why nga yo biang tharai tipsha no you know film la banong re so nga shit try ban perkhat in that sense can that's not being positive that's finding a reason in life te being positive film la re ban long positive ngan ong but honestly it's not easy baro khat ki ong de be positive mlong rangash ya manga tani kali ki UK family joga kila shra yang ada tata but then at the same time I don't give up so easily but then I pick myself up again nga try biang so she said ngan sa yam yang ngan sa so si biang it's okay ngan sa le biang but it's just like a cycle I keep going on back and forth ba ya katukan ma te also nga perkhat ba you know uncha ngalong ungrateful ha kitiar bangadon pakum ngalayo job nganong ni ngamla litre ni nga that transport jar kata kani and then for everything ne ngash I reasons when ngash let dom men something or the other and then ngasa realize you know every single time mangingilong kajat like you are human habit kalong ambang shong ipit ya ka graph of life kalong straight Jingkmen ra ngikwa bakan kiu sha you know ngikwa ban push to and la push to ngikwa ban push so next level ngi shukwa apoy bitch Jingkmen at that point being in this situation mantay la de ngashit perkhat only if I could get that straight line just for some time. There, you know, I don't so low that I just want to be there. Manta that normal line, I would be happy. I would kill to be in that line. You know, so I don't want kibri bukin one in this level and then kin sangot ko kata. So I think they belong grateful hai ki danta because somebody is wishing to have that life there. You know, somebody is like maybe if I'm not like there are so many people like pang and all ru financially ki long strong hama and then the long financially strong kim ya don Jingkmen a lot of things kala belong nim la ben in that sense but then sometimes the only thing ikwa wakan the normal take a life and then in leg in one pie in ya current new nakada boss no. That's the life nga kwa tamba it's not happening, you know, to deal with this normal life but new normal kibro ki perkhat ani thara fi bas hama kibro ki thoi fi mentano tamba te khashlo like I wish cancer was not the reason te bagi thoi I wish it would been something else, you know. So at the same time I don't think that I did anything wrong coming out kum to kan keren belies that kibro ki nice ngo marwai re ki nice ngo ba ki datang maki te ba go through all of this ki pun ha and then ngi don lang ha kani ka fight and then you're not alone ta so that is the reason why nga kwa when one forward and then keren so but then at the same time ngam kwa define ka life around cancer so ta
siya man sema em nga try bun ki ba follow pi nani kini ki ba ki ba long familiar let's say ke ji anti jong pi ki ju contact ke pi na post ka por mga ki man sema na ki la kalong if not counseling ron re a word of advice but kum tati ba tang lumala ba PPI a touch of humor hang ni hantay nga try it can make their day kan mga so ba nga so katapi Yasmine in every stages of life where people done lakalong kajing stom ne lakalong in any kind of pain and hurt whether kalabalong in a relationship in a family in anything at all can that's whatever situation you have in life it's not really katu situation but define ni pi how you react to that situation
exactly
kabala ban define ni pi but and how you can long ban come out of that ruken and then not just come out yourself but also inspire others te kata karukam so in all this kani kajing ya linti jong pi kani kajing ya linti jong pi habay day but ka let's say bikini kajing ki treatment but ki way long what is the best thing that you've learned so far kajing ya linti I mean, is there anything about Pilong, kiba that you wouldn't have learned ken lada day lada pimya lenti ya kani?
I think with each something raja with everything ning I learn something on the other so ngamla ban pinpoint in one thing bang I learn you but then there's so many things but then the one thing that tharai bakawana clear jongamanta is that you know VM the fi shongum to the fi perkat and then fiskokum everything is going wrong her life but then that kumbanga ong bang what reason and everything everything bad must have a reason so that ability jonga bangan labun what reason kalalong stronger te mentate every time the ja something wrong I will always find a way bangan what a good reason for it. Then kum bangayo cancer second time te nga find nga sa shot test and then nga sa tip banga don genetic problem. Ho te kade genetic condition so that's why ka run in family ho to te after banga tip ya kata slat test so I kishpara and all that like siblings to and kitu ki don the same genetic ki carry the same gene ha. So again in this room perkat maybe it's a reason mo ngala banyarap ya family jonga as a whole now they know but we carry that gene te kila ban long more careful so maybe nga shong perkat maybe that was a reason ngayo biang maybe I am a medium makin tip nak mentaba o kadran ha family tinggi di belong more careful kan ma ngidi ben test regularly screening i pen le i men ni para jonga ki should let test regularly ki let doctor regularly so that even though ngi long hopeful balanuru kinai nayapang kan gumapang mga at the same time ngi long very practical ngi perkhat ba it's better to be safe than sorry so this ability jonga ban shuwat something positive in everything if every bad situation is something banga learned throughout my cancer journey kamde bakalong like in a day it took me some time and then ngada shong am ngashit long kum ngada so see hade think I should let something I should thought not I should thought not the things I'm grateful for ne ngalong ngapani gratitude for am kum to there are a lot of things ngalong grateful for and many people they don't get kitu tiar banga don manga so ngashit long grateful for a lot of things ngashit long like even though ngam medically maybe ngam nalong that's not my strong suit tamang adang done other things there so I think katu ka way kadai banga shim lang banga learn after cancer and second thing along popular
oh yeah
I wouldn't have gotten the real cancer thank God and ni shish ashkuran kai
so Hapdeng jikini ke bro khayam what's your biggest inspiration with PP your inspiration ba nakapor where do you go for inspiration kan
kalong so funny day people think ba nga shit tap videos but long inspiration ikiway but it's not true nga tap video mga ki shit one forward kiway ki cancer patients and then ki narrate story jongki and then nga yo bor na kipan it's always back and forth kum to te it may seem kum ngayarap mga yaki but in reality it's like yarap lang yang ate so there are many friends nga na small community la jong hapo Instagram so many friends nga don nga ba kidon cancer ne kidang ya fight cancer ki survive cancer kidang day barang rit nga ki shit cut didi kong what not yang like I feel like kidi family te manta so ki share all that story but nga and then nga shit pet bakum no ki cope up maki kan ki don bagi dang long very young nga and then after treatment ki lastang school like stang college biang ki lalit pule biang ki don ki balastang tray biang ki don so I think it's them ruba inspiration yang ata so sometimes this social media I'm not doing for others ngale for myself also it gives me a lot of strength when pet yekiwe so see cancer not everyone kilong forward with it kimju one re out kimju ong out actually hayeng la jongi kum to don bayo cancer kimju patay ru bade cancer kishong masuk po ki should talk so for someone to come out kumne it's very rare but then my story is not unique it's not special ngamde special ngalong just like any other person bayo cancer so nga kwa long just a voice for everyone else like nga kwa represent my story is nothing special te nga kwa long voice yung ki but then at the same time kitu kidawan ong yang nga even personally but your story helped me so much to then nga sikli ki tell me yours ma tingi akren ni each other and all that things that ki share yang nga sung ngamde marway ma kituru ki they go through the same thing so ki I bor ha makiru yang nga so that is my source of inspiration so sometimes I don't look up to a particular person some celebrity something to I look up to my fellow warriors my fellow fighters gitu ki ngapet iki ngapet ka story jongki ngapet ba ani kini ruki strong and even in haki hospital like for the shot admit ngashpe ikilong baret dang south nem nang lice nem kum to ki even though ki pang kilong kumbalong nga padang red enjoy hele ka all so ngandap iki ngashilong ba even they kimo himo makiru kituru ki so pang kituru ki ale ki so tlot ko mga so mga hi but then they're still finding a reason to but ngaladap ka to ngandit la kay naman ta say why not me but they why can't I be like that but so getting inspiration from a child is something very important. Like kita, they are so innocent. Like kim tip hira so much toxic kadang late her body junkie, and then still ki find a way to be happy, to smile. Them to they ngayo inspiration lagi.
Maganda fi long Tasha. I mean, that's a whole new way of looking at it. No, it's not really you. Come the day about PPI min sim yaki way. Then they go por ting sampai perkhat hang no ru ni katuka gesture jong pi mo kor komle jong PM kapalong iki bikin shania ai pi na tu katuka baki ki sam ki share bat pi long katubat long kuma ka enrich tangya ka jingmu perkhat jong pi and your experiences ru ari ngom jutip du kalong tar long ting isngo kuma ngila tip lut ngila mat lut and all that sa long tu ni play sngo pa di kiwe pa bikin narit maki pa di ka story jong ki long something else there dang bon maki ki bingim tip interesting
Also porba nga stang manle all of this tenga that video, there was one message there, it really changed my perspective, and then adu kapor nga that video shoot so there was this message ngayo na someone baong ba I was contemplating ending my life. So trigger warning if the dibadan minum baso kumta, but then I was contemplating ending my life because nga asusi pala la Jingkmen and all like that. But then nga video jong fi and nga las nga isharay hayala day because you are doing so much just to fight for your life, and I'm trying to take away my life from myself. There you really stopped me from doing it. So that message really hit me hard. Like like nga dan nga perkhat ba if me being out there can help just one person, then I've served my purpose. It's okay. I've done what God has sent me to do. So that message really, changed everything for me. Nga klem le ranshu nga sang tap videos and then nga sang tap the only the reason why they can really relate to me is ngalong me. That's the thing about me. But I don't try to do something but just because it's in trend and le lang nem to nga kwa ban le doesn't mean ngam kwa le I'm still human ma nga kwa hi ban shot kum to na reels ma
para Yasmine betrima ban shot
ki celebrity lo siya so ngaku ahi ban le kita but at the same time ngalong funny ngalong ngale kam klumar ngale you why not because ngashkwa long le jubor na whatever that's me in real life actually te ngalong funny like that hi ngalong ngashile comedy but si kup to hi but I just want to tell people ba you can be yourself cancer or no cancer doesn't matter, you can always be yourself. That is a message nga ko I through my profile ngam ko araban shulong inspirational man ka por shong and I motivation ni kipere on de pim ko arif ko yam it's okay, it's fine, you want to cry
that's reality of life.
Reality. So but then at the same time and even the kipa message nga shong ni Yasmine fish comment ben to best have but if nga shit talk lagi nga shit reply back nga shong nga lang shoot up yam and this is just a facade, this is just one picture that you're seeing, but then in reality kam long to man kapor mo every time ngamla and nganum shong record bayam yala data, that's very weird. So she imagine te ngayam to shong pe record la selfie so ngamla pani that side of life, but that is the reality. I think nga should yam along sad more than along happy, honestly. But then that even that little bit of happiness is so important part there, because then that means you're not giving up. Ngashi ong by one thing, there are two choices in life that they buff your adversities that you don't so there are two choices. Kaway they buffin head on, like fin face it, and second is buffin give up. The easier option is to give up, because giving up is a one day thing. If he cut one day mentasing and give up, he give up kakut not at that day. But then to move forward, it takes every single day. It takes so much of effort man kasngi, she's ngi fin ong ngam la show next day fin ong embele ngam la hap lai, so that effort ka shim this moving forward and taking things head on it's really difficult. So I don't think all your viewers, they are weak, they will take the easy way out. I don't think so. So take it head on, go ahead and face it, because that is how you become strong. I ngashit perkat hibrish ong bani Yasmine, you're so strong. I'm not strong. I didn't have a choice. There's a difference, I was not always strong. Choice. The only choice was to give up, and I can't give up because there's a lot of people counting on me. I'm not going to give up. So because I didn't have a choice, I had to be strong. So believe you done in that situation, but you have to be strong. Why not be strong from the start? No, why to give up? Even your exams, I'm not sure, I'm police or whatever. Don't give up. Face it, move forward, you just have to find that strength within yourself. That everyone has it. It's not just because ngadon cancer ngadon that strength. Everyone has it. Kalong tamba. Sometimes it just takes a lot, because I've realized like I've gone through so much, and that's why kashid mi ki strength na ay aim tip sure. But then I forgot baling ang khamlong kumto par bangadang yat. My life was normal. Had to keep or baling ang khamlong kumto patam. Baling ang long so weak no ne ngash. Te ngash perkat. But that is how we humans are. That's our nature. Te ngakwa ba ki in generation man tabat mai kim long kumto pat te kin long stronger. Kin long kin face hardships more head on kumto. So that's why ngashit book ki videos at age why not because mga sko bang long inspirational but it's because ngakwa ba kin iba you can have a normal life in any situation that was like that's a message ngakwa ban ai ke ki
đây xie cái hay ông tin chừng gì xie cái hay student đông ta xie cái hay
tin như tụi bạn
cứ tin được cái tin nong krem mulai sakam siang kita share cái hay một cái
đấy. Ni style hang song like cái ta.
Jadi share cái hay. Anyway, kadang kan ni ka jing ong Yasmine. Long pi balaya lingba long pi snguthu. Hoi ngi don ngila judon teng history hayeng sem ki don ki bahien du image jongan bi they they had to suffer and climb the tip. They didn't even diagnose hakapor ke babiang ti hapor ba tip ul aslam palat no dadam ti endai kadang kan ni ke jing ong enne ngaskap ni tu kandiat enne ngidang sudap ngadap banwan mangabi Yasmine ngi don na kwe ka cancer conclave le si pilai i by now pilai hi ya ka iki news but kiwe bikipen mi. But kawin ki jing ekren but ki kitu ki expert sang tu kalong ba kani ka jing yo ini ki esophageal cancer undi long no throat cancer ma undi food pipe hai ba uni de uba balong kenrei tam hang ni hapo jala jongi but kade jelai tam ru hakap ri india hebro koi babun tam hang ni hapo meghalaya jongi tibat kejudan kani you Yasmine kani jingong ba namar balik yung yu tahu ini food pipe namar bagi babun ki ai ki babun kini ki baju yo ya kani kat kum ki expert kalong be ba kani ke food habit ke jongi kani ke kom bam kom di ke jongi la kalong ni ki tobacco ki jingbam ki jat phu ki jat ti ngin sanang don lesi kini session ki bangi ngin nang yo bani kiran susu bat ki expert ki witi henry mo pi Yasmine ha ka jingya lenti ki jong pi ngatrai plagio sngo teng ko pa man ka phun option net si pun pik lampi ngatrai kata ka jingya lenti jong pi de ngatrai pila ju yo sngo yaitu ka jingong ba lilera klam bam kwai rudang yote klam di dumar rudang yote sile yu kadang mah kata dan ting long kemba justify ya kita ki bad habits kita ki jinglong besniu chong long hatu pelaju yo ngugum kita long nga syukali kan.
Obviously ngalitin baning kong do banyo kita gi. You know, because nga pabangayo nga obviously ngam day ba nga shidi ne nga bam kwai ne ngam ju bam kwai ngam but ju smoke in my life ne. There's a lot of things nga khamle and still nga yo biang, okay? But kita two types of cancer sam ka way ka day ba fi yo ma fi for the first time na family entire family fi ma fi ba yo ba fi stang ne they nakadaw something wrong her body ne they nakadaw your food habit ne there's one type and there's one type but they genetic no sin nga ju ong kibrio ba pet nga hanga ka day nakadaw genetics jonga genetics ka day how do you explain it hakasiba ka one
kahir pateng na long kahir pateng naka genes
naki one ancestors ki one kumtu hadin pala siya ki grandparents yung inang to siya imay pam tum maka shulet kumtu so that is a very different kind of cancer to fila long kato cancer tetefin ong no ki khulung ba shisna masem gile yu makipat you know kumno fila ban ong katapat no they did nothing kitu te kidang shukha kidang ki bam ru ki pat ya bam re no but still ki yo you so the thing is that kato kadi in one side but again bad habits it's proven ba fishid yo the bad habits now how do you know ba kato ka genetic ka comes down na kada one bad habit jong someone ha to in the top hierarchy jong suppose the papa then grandfather then someone na kid on something really bad habit ba ile and nang to ka mutate ka gene ka pass on shaway so why do you want to be that person but her family la jong you know so balehi pipi kwa ba finstang ka to kayo you know so just saying ba they just one life bam laka bam di laka di you smoke laka smoke doesn't matter and all it does matter because there's a lot of times kishide ba kibri kishiladon kon and all please think about them if you use kita like the film don't show mafi if something happens to you how will it impact the kirupan ka life chunki kala destroy clamdon parents one of the parent done the film ju perkhat about someone else when you do that pan you know you're being selfish and katung as perkhat and ba ong yanga and that is not someone ki ong outsider the funny thing is ki ong na yang hi plus na yang don't genetic do so ong like that is very stupid within ya compare but nga you know it's very very stupid because then thing ala ban compare with someone allies them so mi nga don bad habits too ko ngam jubam jayeng than nga skwa bam junk food but very bad hote I do not justify that but ngatip kasnyo and ngan ong bay kasnyo but then that's just because kadeka habit nga try ban control that is why nga learn ban shed hero na yeng so that na kwa bam something and let he no hayeng much better than na bam na bar and all like that so nga try to improve myself but then ngam ju compare other than that danga ong kum taba nga bam jang food to klung te klam bam jang food bale yo danga le kum to te it will go on and on kan chu long sa kum to kite te bele ki doctor ki biet ne kini ki beri bale research hada do na sha ki le ki biet ma ki ru ki so thu ba kasniu shisha and then that is why I'm ki khang and then since we ong the esophagus the food pipe cancer ka the highest hangne and not just highest I lost my dad to it last year so ngayo cancer ipanga yo lang at the same time so I lost my dad because of that same cancer and ishid bam kwai ishid di cigarette okay so you know seeing that in my family it's really sad danga pe kibri kim ju so tho ekata khate no I know kwai is a very long tradition and kibam and obviously film la ban should stop a tradition name day film la ban should ong ki ancestors na ki grandparents yung iba like ancestors kila raya but then if film la ban ong ki grandparents yung in all ba stop not nai bam kwai kim nge kila temen ki ong nap sto hadu katnis nam khamja rem tan jai but also fin hap so ka katin they were from a very healthy generation pa you know ki one na generation ba ka food jong ki kalong clean you know rukom bam jong ki ka khoj ha kim jubam re junk food kom bajubam mangi kim don re kini ki you artificial food flavors processed food kini kita don they were very clean so one clean you know one thing lesser ki don so ki bam kwai ek kham ja than ki you know ka kham change anything ha ki but then manta with us but in this lifestyle but everything is bad ka bam mangi bam every day is bad then
la mix lang milai bro
bam so kwan to but so and even munchwa kwai must be much better munchwa who knows you know like kadang day more pure manta te tip sure everything is bad no ngashuong ngashu I example ngam ong ragalong tai ngen mga ngashuong gum ki fruits and vegetables munchwa ki mi bit organic gitu kite manta pat kila ai dawai la ai ni la tai you never know no so many things can change and your lifestyle no okay ngatep fi bam fruits and vegetables ru ka jinjar ka ham hadu kata himantashpor but it's still better than nakiniki tobacco and all kidi tobacco kidon rules and regulations ban shem yakato for a reason everything has a reason obviously kimla stop because then ka economy jungi kan hap no you know kimla ban stop ban day kato but then you as a person can stop buying them no feel ban control yala de feel ban ong ngam kwa sure you know perkhat nagada family members haying la jong not anyone else ngam ong than ra but nai perkhat hire nagada jong no perkhat nagada family members haying la jong perkhat but that your one bad habit is going to ruin a lot of things there you know so that and manta because ki ong ba kade highest hapo meghalaya kadon reason ki bam kwa hi mangi kadu kata anyone ngashit pe iki parlok la jong ma same age ru don't quite be hapla it's like normal te for them like kalau long normal ha ban don kwai ban bam kwai ban everybody ong ni ngam jula ra dat bam cha bam kwai dem long ra dat center te what not reason kin ai te tenga ong ba ngas ong ni like you know at least ki wei to ki bala he mami ngam la ong shura but fisia ta dang long yang manta dang la ban change ka lifestyle te kato hi ngash perkhat pat that comparison bakile am ngash dom hangam jupas because you can't compare jonga situation with it and even cancer kalong they have so many folds of cancer so kumba ong menangi so it is almost hitting an epidemic kadang long no kum ki covid ki hi bahadu kata mantaron cases cancer ngash ong but I think everybody in every household he wait beri badan cancer it hobet like you know so kalau long that level mentabah ka cancer kalau long so long so vast mentaka ki beri bayo cancer and then ngashit tingkat ngashit perkat ba there's a reason because kibri kim junget rai kita and then for Philippine movie hashwai ka to jong tobacco is injurious for health kata kani kata kim non bas ngap re you know so even for movies and all instead of saying it's injurious for health don't show it then they're like there's a lot of changes kila ban like kibri but then they're not really up for it you know so that's why kade hangi ha individuals we should try to work forward na kadawata katahi kade you know ngim jukwa pat most of the time ngim jukwa change ra habit la jong because ikwa justify ko mafi ong ikwa justify everything but then everything is not justifiable because once a filapang pat them then fishu shong into nong ani di banum lera you know so katahi shit ong and it's not just nga ong igibri haying la jong ru mami ru nga shit khang ngi man bam kwai and all them obviously bad habit along for years and years menta jinjar you should try but you should done ko entire month lang ngala menta tang pam sure tang lai ki dos gone long nas tang mya ki dos ki bam long mo
ga ko ga katang ba sayong mane ba kar kum kasi kran mane ki to ki doctors ki ong ba kawai de ke food habits te ba pan long ba ni ba long ka perlong kumba kalong menta kanya ni hapo yu jong ni sala jong ni and hasishan ngaru ngadi way baju ayu baju million ban ong ban pen long ban pen su thui ki breu te ba it's not the way la piong kwa ne biri ne secret ne once upon a time makajing im nga jumat na jule ite hi rohat taman re. Thank God pa I couldn't find pleasure. I couldn't find the hook bangan ne sa te ngam yushu te but kaju ka porlong ai ka jinglong ya ka tute ka tu ka affect ka balaban ka taas ki suki ti pite ngamong tangga cancer ka balaban ayu balaban ko result in na ka tu tinre ki babun ki jajing pang ki balaban mi na ka tu om tang kata jingpang maybe kalam de ka way tinre complete na jingpang ka balaban wan na ka tu tinre bun bahagi ki way kalaban long kalaban kata wat hadu ka family ru ya family jong pi kalaban kata berkom ta te ter te ngasngo ba hoi genetic condition ka way taman re larde kuma pi ong pi re lar don bat ke bangila man prevent hipat na dia community food habits ki way ngasngo ba ngim dei te ban shim sting te long ni hab ban long adkar ken ha kom le kom bam ka way mentali le pi kum da pi ong ne nyaru ka bam ru kam sngan chu la de kanu ka bangi ngila ban litris ya ka le se tu jhur ba pai hayo pi plithiet
exactly
na wan kum no wan don chemicals you dawai you hang to dan jal le se chemical ki ba ka met jong pi kam la ban pediang
exactly
tin rebat ka lalong no kuma ka shong no ha ka met jong pi an suki ka lalong ayute ka kala long jingpang gan anyway ya menta pi dang le trebe nya kumnu na
menta currently tengah nang le content ha social media ne ngashit run the small business ko bang crochet ngale tengah shit le tu malu malash shatai ngapat yo le say because obviously for me because buna ki cancer patients after treatment kum tu ki stang train no and all ki le for me it's a little difficult kalau kam different kandiat because nga don a problem kejat so ban transport kini kita ka kam jinjar like you know so kumta at this moment ngapat consider bangan train no yang tum tu bang ngadang perkat hi tingkat ba ngade ben train no something like that but then tingkat na perkat but at the same time you know ngalalong kum ngasngong kum neru ba ngade ngalalong burden too much in family kasi one he that thought you know ngalalong burden too much to family and mentangam ko on I saw ka way bakin ya perkat ba on gum no sha gum no and all of that so even for that thing had ngashit shim no that back seat te ngashong ni later but then one thing but hadu menta na banga pangru all the time ngapaju you ngapaju depend haying for my own you can for my hub like they believe one like expenditure expenditure la jong apa ju depend hanu nga kamay hibet even pa bangadang don yo kimo nga syong nga su nga te hitu hijay jay
sataray ni
very satar
tibi travel ni ampan
so just before surgery jong am nga perkat the surgery ba hela ong tu tang tiang mangong what if adapne surgery nganom yo lit shano ro te shwa ba ngalit surgery marsen kut kimom tu ngalai goa but family ngalawan sang goa an kum tu klip bam don snyo nga yat stay nga tu kibru kimon ngalong bat asa ki ngalek khanang tarai tama kipte pra ngayo kimo then ngayat beto so turara so ngalai ba family that was just the only vacation mangale because ngalating para because ngamot ba num yo shoot thara you know that is the only thing belong a bit upsetting but you never know that when it be your last day like you know if you shong people cut but like penye barok shit ong yang ba uncertain te kalong ya barok khol hima who knows bam tasi step hili train shahid te kapas and gone la kut but the problem hangne with us but kalong no step kalong uncertainty and nitip and ngilong ko bangi yang lupa ha to hakyu
along anxious lupa
yang lupa and that queue ba lanu kan data hanjong apat but kiwai pat kim dan kam perkhat ikatu kadalong kalong bekum tu kalakut jingi pat ngi ha perkhat dim taski dila shy is it after this ani ngalayo reports tu menta kan data menta ta definitely kan de ngasong perkhat beikatu tamba I think yang ate boleh perkuat because ani wow ka jingjawan ngane kibam komrek ani kilong sumen and apart from cancer ruding ngasjayu ngasisir ngasak kawang nak baik nga urbe hakli thlop and still kam jai na cheta kabud turusha Calcutta tengah nang litho exam ni shia to kanana nang litho exam and then kashuan be baik kashim that tan ka kam ai hon kan kashuan ka kawang be nga hair and then nga urbe daklit te even in that time ngalong very ngalong alert bete so even ki alam emergency yang ada ki eye injection we inas one eye injection yang ilalit si we inas one mud one eye so same injection mud eye biang te ngapit itu deh hakup tu baking clip tu ngasong abat name ni ngong banglayo tu kan injection na de ti ong na pat yore ngalayo yong pat yore step ngabat yu tu ngasuyat chanum chaneng bat itu inas ngalewat itu inas baningkong ngaliwat ngayo ngong bafila ni ka injection yong hot te hadin pat yong pet dai that's why they ben ong ba iki patient bafi fi pangayu na because ngiru ngi de ben long alert te ngi de ben tip ngi dang yo nu dawai ni dawai ngi de ben tip like fi ong hi addiction ni ikum to no kalong very normal like ini kisnyo and all and kish ong ki breba kam suk ra kasuk pat because after surgery kish I epidural kish I ki dawai ba fila ben long addicted ki opioids kini kita so since ngam ngalong alert kle ba haying jongi we have alcoholism as a problem it is there ngan num thok re kadon so ngam ngalong ngating tu ki por ban chim tu ki dawai ngating on what if ngalong addicted kini and what if nganum la ban lead a normal life without having medicines hadu kita ki medicines balong so harsh step ngasha la kasha jingpang ngan shala ka sha ta mangam shim re gini gidawai dengan ki ai haduk morphine ki ai anga klem shim re because kapang adu katanan ngam la shure bentang men shong men yang katu kapang tu taba ngong ngam kwa rapat because once ngala long habituated pat ngajenjar ban mi byang nakatu and then saban mi nakatu sa pass or rehab ngam la shu katu kala than so it is easy you just have to have that you in you like ngam kuat you have to have that willpower kan tu ngas perkhat be ngang shong ngate ba satar ai ngam kuat ngan shong ngam di la tu dawai ngan shong sa and ki doctor so na Yasmine di dawai yang kam kuat pin kila hapang
ani nakanya ni fi satar fi ani kolong ngasulong all the problems that I faced brush has like no you read bate no I'm not I don't mean to compare teman ri long ngi long kajing melian te benda jai problem ngi complain yong ba ngi asngo kumba it's the end of the world kumda te ten ri pat long katai mo kumba piong pin ne de kila ya share lang skiwi Sutu ari okay ani ni cakap dan makan sudang bagi.
And to be honest I feel that I don't know more I don't know ngasuong like unpopular opinion I think ngi in a way ngi best ba someone else's problem is more than us like de bangi kwa bakinan mo. But then we get that comfort no ani the problem nga kam he adu kata when we know that we get that comfort feeling ba oh my problem is not that big thank God should want that comfort feeling ngating ngaong you take that comfort feeling shim it's okay but then try to get out of that problem as much as we ba ani thank God ngam dan hakatu situation as that person is I get that too ngam thok rama like there are so many times nga someone else's problem along like so was kup tu adan nga at least nga kamlong haduk ato. You know, that feeling. I'm not saying ba biang makalaja that to that person, but Shillong at least nga kamlong haduk ato. That feeling it gives me that strength ban ong ba nga laban len if tu laban let bele not me no kalong to. So every time no finapit something very bad can done by something worse than that. But chulong rabam done worse than that. Like just imagine nga don cancer tamba at least nga don with family. Nga don shelter. Nga don like you know nga don support jing everything nga don so nga kwa bam kat babam nga laban bam nga laban let kat chabakwalet. So everything nga long fortunate there's so many people mantan many places fi hiki kulung ki shapan yam and all kupto. So looking at them, I'm not getting comfort looking at them ngam kata, but then at least but it's not that bad so stop complaining like that. It's not that bad. Fifi dang done a lot of things baki way kami don you know. Ngapay ikito ngashipet and ngashis ngoba ani kam das new hadu kataru. You know, ngashit long like I wish kita kin yo a better life but at the same time perkhat ba I should feel more grateful of the life nga don mangate. You know, the katuka feeling I feel kita bandon especially mentaki young people you need to think about it because ki generation barim ki grateful but gitu this new generation kan ma kita belong more grateful kita ban pini gratitude kinum day ban ya shusong yam no yam for some time and move on ya nosh kamat no if you're kambyang exam lebyang it's not the end of the world ma like you said nish perkhat but it's the end of the world. It's not bad. There's a lot of things, but end of the world kadang don shisha in some part of the world is actually the end of the world, you know. Like you don't use these things so easily, don't use these terms so casually ba kamnum don't show that you know that weight anymore long ta.
I mean menta kanung ilayan Slap mo, ngilay siyang slap ni.
Balan, positive balan.
Ikaw Yasmine ni is ilong very active on social media pila ban follow bisa nang issue ki babun naka platform jung YouTube channel ru idon tin senang penmi issue ru nga try lang bakla podcast ru nga try na penmi ni sakmat
not exactly podcast but a series so interviews
series of interviews but kiwi you can say shem Yasmine nomne songan ni day I'm getting all these ngayo kini ki jing yo kini ki jing yo ba compare kandian hakabay day ba jing im mo when it comes to life it's like a different perspective of life nomor ba ladang perkhat dam manga kan nga ladang perkhat ladiru ladang stom mem ting laban nong no ladang stom nang geiru ting las ngo kumba sngu bang ban ut so bang ma ban ut sunglong kumayo attention ma long rivat long ngamla ban digest but long ya kata ka face lani takjia lentiam ke bandong ba pinshitam continuously tibat long kahadu long ban bakan long mensyong lo ban long normal te kata ka jingstam kan ngasuka ban suthu na pi mo ha ka kanijia lenti ke jong pi kita ki bar khoi ba do kani stage of life pidan 3 decades piladan ni aparthai. What is life to you?
Life for me it's time. Time is life, you know. You don't have time, so then cut the feeper cut like long time is money so time is everything actually. So the time you have you respect it because what we as a cancer patient ngala belong confident ngala ban I motivation ngala belong inspirational ngala belong everything. One thing that I am really praying but that is not in my hand is time but you know sometimes nga Shillong ba there's so many people nga ba kidang fight for their life at the moment ru kiparlong kipa ya stang journey lang but nga no like that. So looking at them I realized ba one thing very precious is time and for someone to disrespect that time and can misuse that time and not do things in life baki day ban le, and then ki waste your time as if it is nothing and that time it really hurts me because that we don't have. Nim don ra. We are not even sure kan nungi don, So it's okay. Like Shillong he Shillong ba journey jong ki way don ba jrong don ba lingkot whatever it is. But whatever your journey is, how long, how short, we never know. So but then don't waste your time. It's very precious. You don't know how precious it is. And ngam kwa you can realize through ye kata katin but then at the same time kwa ba fin respect ye time la jo because and that comes in everything. That is why them if they respect people's time also. Like suppose if you done some commitment with someone, respect their time also. You need to respect your time also because time is so fragile like from tip lano kan la ben lat not nakati you never know. And think had the shong per cut nga Shillong hadu kat niru nga Shillong ba tang hadut 40 ru nganda layo ru biang met but that should not be how it should like hamdi belong to ma tikadi belong ba ngadang im tangan im but then kan song tang hadu 40 ru lele dengan le no katang le no kan ni le no kana but then do you think fin la ban fulfill everything if you got her life even in that time so that's why live in that moment till you respect that time and if you move like you take every second so like make use of it like think of it so important because kadi important si siya because ngala ngadakwa something in life ngakwa time so kanyan just that much and it's not in my hand but other things are in my hand. Long positive, when comment, when everything is in my hand, but that time is not in my hand. That is very difficult, and perkar about it.
Kini ki senam ki bapi ladap all this while hila you long happening kita jengya lenti jong pi na we senam show way long I'm sure you must have met kini ki long pilai kendu kini ki brio ladam de hang ni po jala jong iru ki bada de shaweru tin re pilai kendu ini ki brio ki bana ki background prepare ki bana nong kendong ki bana sorry bana long let's say pi la banong no kum ka yeng ka sem ma pi la long pla nang la start kum no basa sor nang sor tin re ki don pat ki parlok jongi ki bedang long thamai bhasha kan sickness ki don ki bedang long let's say ki la tips pang tin re ki nang ban le don ding teng ki let nyo kum ta ken ki shule some kind of home remedy you kum long image nga hapor ba iyo mai tilong ka hakanu kudur long ka pi ya kata jing don kam te long kum ka awareness kan long ba kum makili te ka stigma da khen ka jur ba ngamong biki keren ben dani biki de long no kum kiar ki briu naki teman re long kalong bikum katuti long kum ba kadi ka kaste ba nong bakan wanja hakiti kadon katu ka feeling long pi nangni na ka ba pi shong nani na ka ba pi don gen long hakon udur POE ba an awareness long don kam ba kum pi ban mi shakmat don kam ban mi long ban educate ikibriu ken shapang jong kani long how important is that ken
awareness is basically about education. You have to educate people because for example danga ong mantay banga ong aron first stage cancer kishim light high katu kidong first stage jam no ta but then ngan ong aron fourth stage cancer yung fourth stage talaya like that. But that's not true. Stage kalong kum obviously ka determine how aggressive ka cancer jong fikalalit but at the same time ka stage ka ki doctor ban also determine what kind of treatment kin IFE. So there are times ki breba don't have fourth stage ru ki kum outlive and ki don't ki breba have first stage ru ki kum ki end up dying at the end. So you cannot determine that misconception na kadaw cancer badanam. That is why you don't come awareness. That is why you don't come manginyakran na kadaw it. Okay. Obviously, kumanta breast cancer. keeper cut ni naya keren about it. Okay, like now especially if they of a different gender nga dikan tengan ong nganum ong refikli nga fidon cancer you nganum ong breast cancer why because keeper kit leran nong kum nungan ong breast, but it's a part of your body, you know. Be open about it. Education kadiban sedang na do school level. Especially because breast cancer has become such a big issue manta. Kibri kim tip na kadaw self-examination. Kim tip ra baki day ban examine la day. Even you have a wife at home. He ban ong ye actually kishan rang ru ki ban come forward ki ban ye tip about it dan kin ong ye ki kami hayeng la jong ki ban ong ye lok la jong and all of that. Bikin ong ba fi day ban let something like that. Why? Because you're protecting them. Okay, it's your job to protect them, and it's my job to protect myself also. Te kini ki you kini ki awareness kadiban sedang from school level. Okay, iki kena kolong diban batay na duman syua dan na duban ningkong hiba. But these are the steps fi diban le, and kum tu kasihan tu ngadang kerenam pitip syabaram dari ba film le 5 year kum in 5 years film ya le full body screening, full checkup pido insurance. So pangipan ngimya long strict like that no hang ne ngi long like ngi request ki bre police le screening ado ngi hap request ki kim chunget rapat because ki ong ngim kwara balingin shu nginya le ne dari bahap long kan long hi do la thau ji su to la petne God is there, he will help. Fideban Dawai ulay fideban ngay, but then at the same time God helps those who helps themselves. He has sent help. Send help in form of doctors, in form of technology, in form of so many things. Take those help there. You know, boleh unya rap ya fi rap ila de. Shim ka to ka jing ya rap upha ne. La pha ki doctors ki shit ong ba ki they gifted. Dari berfingat how boleh they're gifted because of that so that you take that help boleh la phai pm de katuhi kadika problem ba ki break shit ong ba ngam let ra sa jam daw kumta kumne. So I think ki break ki deban, you know, kim deban par khatte kata katin kam day anything bad te. It's such a big thing. Why? Because menshwa kim juda bon ra, you know, when your cancer it was once in a blue moon when your sko ani cancer kumta man that is so common that we shouldn't even think about it. Ngi deban but actually every person in the family fi done history fi day ben let for medical checkup regardless of anything fi day. That is the awareness bengi kwa pan IFE. It's cancer awareness ngi ong one thing cancer. But if you let full screening fee, it helps you in other things also. What if you done other problems? If you lap no, it's better no life upload everything about yourself. Ki perkat bani let you mental. But just imagine to couple come later just once in a year if come later. If you pen look no 10,000 maximum in one person. But once you get that you part once feel ayo that jingpang part kat no ka jing lut. Kat no ka jing tension, kat no ka financial problems we have face later on. So why not decrease that by going for screening? Why not pimlet ban check up regularly? It's not even a big deal. Ta shulet the full body checkup one and mantash probably many hospitals kilawan with the screening packages. So many things. But mo tingkat nginang ha banya kena government and all isi ong ka government kamlek kamne, but it will only work dangi harap lang ni tu ameki. So if they are trying to put, even if it is a small fraction of things bakile ma, then dangi let man let lang ka tu no. Oh gila ice free screening, kill it. Shim that opportunity and all. Use that resources baki ay maki, and then can iba one forward kin let show kituru kin numdan choice you can have let he more and more, you know, with time. So it's like katahi about when you spread awareness it's more about educating. That's why I should target ki young people, because it's very hard to penetrate through neban ki bala het because kim chukwa sngo thore, but the young ones that they have that youth in them baki kilaban, you know, ki family members la jong nen ong ba petnye kalong takila ta ban change their mind. So that's why I feel that when awareness about awareness, no, you should always target the young people there, because the older generation is difficult. Kilong difficult pala. The awareness is very, very important. But then at the same time, awareness should not only be bak helit screening, helit kata, helit kene. Balengin len. Explain ni kata katin. Balengi habla kato. Educate siya ki. Patay siya balay habla kita balay damle balay kan sajayu. So ni hapong lut kita ki, and then pila apa expect iki bakin le. Just like that fin ong if mentangan ong if kelit le kato fin num le re tama fin tup kuat bentep balingan le kato. Dengan da batai fingan educate fingan ong ba fin da le kata salong ta. Turukin kin grasp ya kato ka whole awareness thing. Sementara ong awareness ngan sulit ong iki berubah sale ma kim nyat yang 1 in 100 harai kin la ban sulit. But otherwise if you educate pa iki da fi batai iki ba balai fi de ban le and kumno fi de ban le many things. So these home remedies fi habatai ba fimla pen the problem is ngimde ban ong ba these home remedies are bad. Ngimde ban ong taru. Because these have been going on for ages. Kini ki ai dawai khasi, kini ayurvedic, kide brado manshwa. They are not bad. Kibha. Actually nganget ngai itu dawai. But then fidiban also patai ba kide preventive medicines. Feed shim kitu ki dawai banum jai later on in life. But once kalaja la done that problem her body kim trekam shu gitu. Kim num trekam re because kalalong so toxic ka body jong fiba kitu ki dawai kin numba kin kishit bampo no generally fina perkhat even for kini ki you normal sickness kum cough cold ru de fishim something home remedy kam bampo ram bakan trikam no. So just imagine fi that por ya ka cancer ban grow, and cancer can grow in multiples just in few months. Just in a month kalaban kum kada kasdang na first stage fi kam eye attention re kato within 3 months kalaban long fourth stage hadu kata kalaban long. So these things we have to explain iki beriba why not ayurvedic de ra bangi ong snew ya kato ishu ong baka de preventive medicine. Even ki beriba or baki de ayurvedic doctors for real de ki kwa shisha baki patient jong ikin jam makiru kinum shim rai ki patient hadu kata level kituru kinong ba no, you go to a proper doctor, like to go to allopathy, because that is the only way you'll get help there. Kituru ki so tho but don't bon hapat hap so tho ba mantash por ka it's a very bad time ki don ki bat hok ru and all they ban chunget bit them to if they ban actually learn about it, that this education is very important. But that's what I think.
I mean especially na matajong ki let's say kita kilong less fortunate but ki badang long kham sa jangai na ka lalong no kamlong kibam dalong accessible let's say proper healthcare baki way kin try kalong don kam ha tang ya ki health institution de ju kapor kum ki traditional institution ro la kalong kum nadu ki school hani du ki darbar snong bat ki ro try ka don kam banong ban encourage te bikin you can bikin shim jikya to kawai ngilai kran shibun ba ni ki tama kawai nga kwa ban shu kali na pi Yasmine marba habang ikran siya pang jong ki cancer survivors but kumjuru ki badang dan hapdeng kajing siya sumar bat ki wende nabanta jong ki bapet hang ni ngatry pipin kam su thu bhai kanin mar plashim it's 2 decades now pipi ya but kani ani I can't really imagine te ngashkwa ban kali na phi kum ba phi ong ne ki bun ma nap ting jing ding I thu be yanu ki ban pladan ni jing pang lese ki parlok ni paramarjan all that kai ka advice jong phi nei ladang I kran chapang banong ban treat ki te kabala ban affect ki emotionally lani psychologically kan lo shibu mata the moment we know that they're diagnosed with cancer how do you think hakano ko dur pi perkhadai kanong kababhatam lani kababyang tam bingin approach ki shibole di ki parlok hakano ko dur bingin console ki laningin aimen sim ki mardan ding tengem maria so kum manchuong no am le pin sa jam an ngi super khat ba namal kalom tadi namal ngim tip il jong em ngim pat experience il jong em ngi ken kom tati we try to be over positive sometimes keadaan ki bat kimi gitu ki kentin ki ba ting ki long hurtful na mata jong gitu ki ti long na ru manero nga perkhati subu banda de nga perkhat di gitu ki bahaya nga sam jong ki blaya lingban nei aja perkhat de kinu ki kentin ki ban penlong ki ban pen ban penlong feel them comfortable banong okay long makinum long kata that sense of ban stigmatize le sila dang laban bu ki ba PPI jingmat le sila nong ki do's and don'ts da hab ban treat ya ki survivors ne ki patients kan
Don't standing kong do ong reference jam no. It's very bad. Don't say that. Don't give them false hope. What I read because obviously fila ban ong bangadang Dawai fi and ngakwa ba finjam no ngakwa ba finjam. That is a different way to say it. But ba fin ong very confidently bangatip num jai era. That is very bad because I ngashiyo ha that I get it even now mentaru mo ngashilong like how would you know? Ha PDP cancer chonga ba pitip ba finum he mentane finum cause you another cancer so pim dai ne pim so no kalongum no don't give me that false hope. Yes, when you say ba I'm praying for you, that helps me ba. I believe that you're praying for me. I believe that your prayers will work for me. But then don't say ba ngatip cancer long. How would you know kalongum tade? So the second thing is like kung ba-feel ong but try being positive. Biang. I will try mo. But then to push it too much be positive. Man kaporam. Shit long exhausting not when skap ni katu ba think ngatip of you have good in your heart fi kwa bangan jam no fi kwa bangan long positive so that can live this life properly but sometimes it's not easy let us be sometimes just let us be ikwa yam ikwa dom ile eru just let us live that moment. Do not what you want you tan what you pen long crowded tan that moment ningi because ngi kwa ban to ngila ong if we leave us alone we mean it, leave us alone for some time when we want you mean so khot biang ta kalong to day. And also one thing kile kibriyo pat ki give up no on the patient easily kumanta kumbanga ong leave us alone that doesn't mean leave us forever like that no. Leave me alone for a moment but I always want you for me. If I care about you and you are someone special for me, I would want you in my life. Okay, but that does not mean. But see, ngan ongai fi personal experience. A lot of very close people in my life ki yanga during cancer. Okay, so ki klem one shuban keren yanga ki kam kwa shuban fix yang. Sometimes nga I benefit of doubt ki feel like maybe I am in that situation making kwa he even fix things but nga because ki ong like I don't want to. I don't want to confront her and to keep her in that spot, like to tell her that she has done this wrong, that wrong. Just because ngadon cancer does not mean ngam laban le anything wrong. Just because ngadon cancer does not mean ngam laban long root ne ngam laban long mean something. Cancer does not cancel out everything. I'm still that same person. Okay. You can always confront me. You can always tell me where I did wrong. Tamba at least one kishit mut ba ngam kwa keren because kidon in that place ngam kwa hira no he. But then that way you give up on us you feel it no he like that there's so many times I felt bad ki hadu kata like me telling them to leave me alone does not mean bangan ong ki just leave ngakwa ba just give me some time bangan process ya kan and then I want you back because kat ba bun beriu we feel happy like ngilaban keren gossip and all kuala normal things ngim kuara bangin syong keren tang nang cancer like I have certain friends but they understood the assignment ki so tho ya kato ka assignment ki tip ba kim de ban keren tang nagadaw cancer won nga ki keren he obviously ki acknowledge ya kato but at the same time pat ngi syong we do normal things ngi keren ngi gossip nakadaw ta ni to gile I'm still that person. I'm good, bad, everything. Even with cancer, without cancer, I'm still the same person. And ki berish kelat no ki mut ba or just because we done cancer. And also ki let too much per your cancer. That is also something. Like either it's too less, not too much. Kalong tu te kam don that balance happening te, you know. Ki let too much. So mencapai ngapang am everybody ki let too much. Bam tu deni thiang tu le tu ngala ong na doning kong iki ngong pet ni na nga stang jam phimya le sure kom ne. Okay. You know, ngala stang jam mga phinumya le sure kom ne and don't what pan you can mo what pan long habit em yang menta lita danga jam pat phinumya le sure nga sa susi to ka por pat. Ka jam tu. Okay, like ngong te balay too much sa kapon mo like kila too much palat hi ho like ani kom tu ani filabiang filalem tu finba pinem tu pintia pinyang. It's like oh my god ha and ki iya nga hard tu kato de ngapa jio jing yen tu Pitam dem te bre kishit ko dai ni yang hayeng ha ani kong dai ni yo jing yen kato de ngala shock sipang.
Dalam kam jamba mi biang nem kong ni ma
nga kendit man and man tapat kia pen ken mau biang kat no ngajing dai ni mga ngong excuse me. I was always the same. They pisia ba change. They fi kwa ban le access to kapor man tapat film la ban le sure. Because how long fi la ban long to film la de that's why don't do too much. Have that normal. You obviously done a bit more feelings for them. Nefin feel a little bit like you feel so compassionate towards them. It's okay, but then don't overdo it. But then don't long like ani kin shu shong kin le ye ki hado benda biang and then later pat kim la shura. So that's not fair. Ta ngiru because wingi pat tingila million no. We didn't ask for it, but ngila million ta. So that is the thing. Don't do too less, don't do too much. Like try to be there happening, you know, and then be a friend. And be a friend like you would be normally. Take normal things like, and if a joke about my cancer, rakhe lang ban nga. You know, talk about it as a normal thing. Then what you long running am la akran nagra cancer chanya. Bale. Like I can talk, then why not you? You know, kran kai lang ban nga. It's okay. I ngam ko ban I cancer that much power over my life. So feasible pia I katu but you know, by making it so important. That's the thing. What you let too less, what you let too much. Mentang la dai ni biang so sad.
Tidur dai ni. If you Daini, what's the first thing that you do? Ban define if he has a Daini.
Jingdom nga dun siya ni. Ngadom kaloy ha. Like, ngam don that yuta. First thing di katu, mga dom. Second thing ngam don filter. So, nga
siya. Dil se again.
Oh, dil se pala ni. Tingkat dem. She said na mi mami de. Ila ko talk something imen. And yung ba she cut yasu mo hayeng ati oh yasu te bam ju tokkli yasu ngaf pe mne yung hibang am ju thong and then he should expect nga mga thong and nga sushna dor be kum and then nga pet yo ofisia am ju bu nga na spot nga shisang am ju thong to that level ba nga shit offend nga gibrete laki laka okay and ba nga dom pala nga shit dom kloy hate nga keno be kimo ho every time nga shit kadi ka kimo.
Blame it on the kimo.
Okay. Tadi nga kadi ka kimo. Hindi de mga ngating nga baba. Nga dom priang palat nga dom priang hate katu kadi ka explain dai ni and nga ngam jushim BS na nurut dengan da ong bet hadur so that's another thing. So nga should try and control now that nga should ngo bangalalon ha public ete you know. Have to control no.
Dari badan komen bakam kumni kumtai. Pen mo yo ki komen jengi jajai mo. So wajib pendami kong Yasmine ni.
Ma'am. Penye Sip kini nong comment ru ngam ong fish ya, but then don't give re ba comment ki balong kilong useless ha kibre kilong so danga kum ha ki you ki videos para kiti dancers ki a lot of trolling ma te khan ngale defend ki te nga shilit comment lang kay nga ong ta but then ngam julong mean ken nga shit ong bet ba you have sisters at home and all you shouldn't say things like that simple ma and then kimla te banjab yang kilem no tip kishilit pit profile nga ki target ka cancer jo nga ha ki target ba ka cancer jo nga ha kin check ka profile kin ong ba you have cancer then we know whose life is more I will not say the word terin kumta kum ne no bring it on ngat fimo does that scare me and does that make me feel bad like ngalayok cancer hadu kan niam combine all these stupid people in internet rode kimla ashobanya compared to how many times ngalayok cancer de tingang ong don't go there like it'll not be good and at the same time nga pajushim that as like an emotional thing bangan like bo status fitip ki ong yang tanan ngan so si ngan lej halalang to ngalit
ngan primi bi di kong dai ni
Pila punya type ngala. So that's why perempuan hang niru ngala ong lupa ba si kasi bad very bad. So kini ki bereba kis ong ani besa Shillong ki dikasih.
Inside disclaimer lupa kalish content inside.
Tishwaba fini ong yang ketaktian. Ngasulit ang tutana na I warning
yo ngawan nang reply VP
ngan siyang reply na
ngasong kumang ngiyakiran man ngasong badang tang sting gentang di mentala kanu almost 3 hours almost 3 hours
ani lah keren
di nga try penang syam susu ye kini Laban beteng no sa kishu ki jong pi ki interview ki jong pi ba i kong Yasmine hani indang penmi te ikong Yasmine omtang haka YouTube idan hapo Instagram ru idan te kemud habro artli kini ki platform pilaban connect badi nakapot kapor pilaban ni interact badi she's such an inspirational person syong nu menel aki dialogue bahit one liner sini lah di pro t-shirt it's nice
so go away no cancer no opinion
oh yes kata oh di kata
dengan bone
tadi that's t-shirt oh that's nice kadai makes sense tok kumli shibun ni pi apa yang pasang du bekut menta ka film kala jan kut tengah try babing ipun kun ang ni kong Yasmine andre ya kalentia pat ke jongi le pikwa bandang i shushu nang yo sngu shushu ya ni kalentia ke jongi bat ke ga i don banong le sien ba jong pi na bata jong pi barokhat hi ka jalahi brok we bat kiwi rukum jo ha ka ba ide ni jalti jong in bat kiwi de pila bande cha ka Instagram page ke jongi bat ju ka por ke YouTube channel jong i ga ba i don Idan ki surprise ka ba inang sabat insadang peninang ni siya kamat yes to banchuman ko di kani Yasmine what's a word of advice ba pila banay for people hang tay kini ki viewers jongi kimday tang kana tani ki samla la ni ki taman re mix babon what's your word of advice let's say nakaliw jong pi
the same thing ba nga ong ning kong kwatang ba everyone please be grateful have gratitude yaka life ba fiyo mafi and the fi kwa ban respect yaka to ka life then what let for your as a person ban like cancer awareness ngan ong bet go for screening kini kita ta hot but that is also showing gratitude in life day but fi long thankful for everything but done hajing so that will help you do a lot of things in life because if you long thankful menta fin yo shushu in life so that's the only advice nga shit I ever quite but be grateful but film long grateful the finang only bad things in life finum ira ka Jingkmen because finum lahir ban what that one bright thing in your life so that's why always be grateful and the film la ban le grateful ban long grateful ki young especially le kum to hi shong tho journal tho hang to man kas ngi ba what are you grateful for today anything what one smile that a stranger gave you ne like one good comment that a teacher gave you ba oh you did well today ne everything tho ang to fin sapet ne there are so many things to be grateful about that it's just not about like big things in life ba nga thit kali no not like that every little thing even just a simple smile you should be grateful about
Waka jaw shed imay minam sta
diba bang nakambam jay fascist na okay be grateful tayo kagajaro so be grateful for everything if you don't having him so that is the only advice nga ko ay kadi and this advice come datang for young people college for everyone but if you long grateful even for grown ups if you long grateful if you don't kun ba like if you don't shiyok kun anim to no commend for that like be grateful for so many things because not everybody is as lucky as you are in any position if you done so yeah just that be grateful and crack jokes jokes help
always remember
yeah
crack jokes
Laughter is the best medicine.
oh yeah
Yes.
laughter
best medicine
pinta ka smile kong Yasmine si
hungry na
the camera's on you mo
Oh.
di firi lang to nanti layo
oh laya
anyway kulishbon perlong vi pen no basdang do bakut ang say siam yang pi ko bag episode kulishbon Yasmine
thank you so much
yang ayo man sim ha na mga basyong ani khamtam nili nam ta kini gi bapet nya do basdang do bakut lili na try ka pila ban rewind man forward pila ban play yang arsin lai sien do best vai pi ngati ngan hab ban page stang na la upload ng sayo ban page kidang na do mane mga syong hani ka song ayo lut kibon ba ki ka play ba ki jing mo super khat ka play I mean that it's another perspective of life te ka bang ngayo te bang ngai scam ba phiru phio jing mo toy jing mo ka man sim ru kum ju nai kong Yasmine
thank you so much Ifi Bafi invite yang thang ne and if you bear with my kalish na do thank you so much Bafi feel also supportive in your own way and I'm also ngakwa banong with ending this but I'm not saying my perspective is the right perspective it's just my point of view kala banong wrong in many ways also but nga shuong what I felt so if I hurt anyone nang along nga pensosi te don't take it personally but I'm not apologizing tiny she better man intro tiny
Ada suma nong kong dini de to me nga stu here dan ni jing dam hang ni khamut stu so anyway kulishbon season kulishbon lum ne thank you so much I really appreciate it like por la one institution ni it's an honor kulishbon
same yeah
ladies and gentlemen so season Yasmine Lyngdoh nga sabu baro kay ki link ba Instagram bat kumjur YouTube link jungi hapo siliban follow but then subscribe to channel Lisbon. Thank you so much.
thank you
God bless you. So nice. So nice. Nga semua tentang si pang mana. Ya keren.
ani wo nga pang